doing? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to show 424 shows where I've sat down this promenade and delivered content over the last however many years. So today will be a really interesting topic. I think it's really important for people to understand about why we don't change. I get to see that on the front line a lot of the times, working with guys, and why guys don't show up, and why guys slip, and why women don't show up, and why women slip, you know. And you know, I worked in my boot camp for 7 years, so I really understand the psychology and the habits and behaviours of men and women about why they don't show up. And I've been working with men only since like 2018 online, which is going to change very soon, ladies. Ladies, we're going to be working with you very, very soon. And it's always the same patterns of why people don't show up. It's always the same patterns. So we're going to go through them. Welcome to the Rise to Thrive show. I am your host, James Boardman. And if you are coming through, please do hit the love heart button. Okay, please do hit the love heart button, and please comment down below that you're here. Okay, so yep, you definitely heard me right. After the summer holidays, we are going to be running our first program for women. Okay, to help women lead themselves. Okay, to actually empower themselves with the skills and drills to be able to show up at the highest level possible. Right. So why don't people show up? Why don't we show up? I think, why don't we change? And I think some of the things that I always like questions that I often ask myself is that, first of all, do you as a human being want to change? Do you want to change? What do you need to change? So like, for me, I used to get quite emotionally invested in everything. I always get emotionally invested in my work. You know, this is not just one of those jobs where I just kind of like show up, I do my job, and then I clock out. You know, we got like 150 to 200 like men that we work with right across the board, right in all my different programs. So I am emotionally invested in them, as long as they're emotionally invested in the process, right? There are, I don't know how many ever people that follow me. So like, I'm really interested in people's thoughts in terms of improving them. But do people want to change? And that's the first question that you have to be able to ask. So we have helped on 3 courses, look at that sun coming up right over the top, over 11,000 guys. Over 11,000 guys. Do you know what the average show-up rate is? Okay, for each of the 5-day challenges that I used to do, for the Elite 7s that I'm still doing. Okay, Elite 7's a little bit better. But by the Friday, so we would start on the Sunday, by the Friday, only 10% of the people that took the time and effort to register and join and change their life, only 10% of them. So if we had 1,000 guys in our group, only 100 people, probably less than that, would probably still be watching and involved at the very end. And that's 90% no-show. And it doesn't change. I'm on an Elite 7 this week. I'm running this Elite 7 trial. We had 107 people join us. Okay. And I think we've lost 56 of them already. Already, the content's there, they only need to do 5 or 10. So why won't those people change? So let's have a look at one of the first ones, distractions. Okay, so if we're the character where we said, right, I want to change, I want a better life. I want to have a body that I'm proud of. I want more connection with my husband or wife. Excuse me. I want a career that I love or thrive in. I want a business that I'm proud of. Whatever it is, you know, you've made that decision that you're gonna change. But then the distractions come in. So like the chaos is what I'm talking about. Who here struggles with chaos? So if you're watching me right now, let's test this. Who lives a chaotic life? Who's battling the chaos? Who's battling the frustrations? Who's battling the anxiety? Okay, you can just hit the blue thumb button if you want to. Who is in that world of chaos, frustration, and anxiety? And when we're trying to change, what we're trying to do is close the door on one life and accept that that life is finished and open the door in another. And there is this transition period in between leaving this door and going into this door, because what we have to do when we go through this door is learn new skills. So one of the things that we do within our programs is we educate men, and very soon to be women, on those skills and drills to be able to build routines, habits, mindsets, attitudes. And by doing that, we're going through this transition of, I'm trying to pick up this stuff, but I'm trying to outgrow this person. I'm trying not to fall back into these bad habits, but and there's all of these distractions. And we slip, and it's like a magnet. And what's happening with all of those people that have been trying to show up, what they do is get distracted by the life that they are trying to leave. And they're not focusing, so number two, why the people don't change, is they're not focusing on the new vision, the new things that need to happen, the new way of showing up. And they get completely and utterly consumed in that life, and they're not focusing on that life. So we're in the waiting room. I call it the waiting room. And men and women will make this decision in the waiting room, whether they're going to walk through the new front door, and it's going to be hard. There is no quick fix. Don't listen to anything that's told to you on social media. Here's how to make £100,000 business in 6 weeks. Fuck off. Okay? Here's how to lose weight in 2 weeks. Fuck off. Because what we're trying to do when we go through this door is create sustainable routines and habits and mindsets that last to the day that you die. We're not just trying to make a fad here. We're trying to change a lifestyle. We're trying to change your DNA. We're trying to change the way that you neurologically think. Okay? That's what we've got to get into when you're changing. And I think when you understand change, what we're trying to do is going, this is for life. This is not for 6 weeks while we get ready for Uncle Bob's fucking wedding. And then what I do is stuff my face after that, right? And there's too much of that quick fix mentality. Got a little carried away there. So, the other thing that we have to understand is patience. If you're a 39-year-old woman or man, and you've been living your life for the last 39 years in chaos, frustration, okay, chaos, frustration, and anxiety, you are not going to suddenly have a brand new life in 4 weeks. What we're going to do is teach you to be accountable, structured, build habits and routines that start changing, rewiring your mindset. So it's going to take roughly around 6 months to 12 months for things to happen here for you. But everybody wants it now. Everybody wants it right now. And what happens is that because it doesn't happen immediately, what we end up doing is going, it's not working. This is too hard. I'm not really seeing any changes. Guys, it takes real effort, real focus, real grit, real courage, real determination, real resilience, which is everything we've got to learn going through the new front door, into the new house, into the new way of doing things. It's a process, and we grow through that process. If we show up every single day, and we can give 1% to moving forwards, which is around 14.5 minutes of your day, every single day to the day that you die, would it make a difference to your life? Yes, it would. If you trained 3 20-minute sessions a week, so that's 1 hour out of 168 hours a week, okay, for the rest of your life to the day that you died, would it make a difference? Definitely it would, right? If you spent 15 minutes a day on your personal development, where you sat down and you, like for example, our coaching group are working on self-mastery, or if you looked at some high performance videos, or you looked at leadership videos, or you looked at how to build a business. How I built a business is I lived on YouTube and watched videos. Nobody taught me how to run a business. I just left my job, was broke, like really broke to the point where I nearly lost my house. Watched YouTube videos, applied, failed, learned and repeated. And I've not stopped doing that since 2013. And I still fuck up today, over and over again. But it's the growth mentality, right? But we don't change because we stay in a fixed mentality where it's safe, where you stay with the life that you know, where you stay with what you know, but it doesn't serve you. So we go around in this vicious, chaotic circle, round and round and round and round. And who suffers? The husbands, the wives, the kids, your body, your mindset, your emotions, your stress levels, all of those things, right? So how do we change it? How do we change it? One of the things that I always say to the business owners that I work with, and I often started saying this to everybody, is that you've got to love the process. You've got to enjoy the process. The process is going to bring ups and it's going to bring lows. But the lows will bring you the character that you need to build more ups. If we just have those lows, we crumble and we quit, where are we how are we ever going to get to where we want to be? How are we ever going to break through? You've got to be willing to fight for it. You've got to be willing to understand exactly what it is that you're changing for. Who are you changing for? Why are you changing? The emotional connection that you will have to showing up, getting yourself up at 4:15 in the morning so that you can get your head straight, so that you can do your activity, so that you can have a thriving career, so that you can have a great sex life, that you can have a great connection with your wife and your kids. When we change, the sacrifice, so accept it. But on the other side of that front door, I can promise you, based on messages I've got from wives who thank me for getting their husband back, based on men who have stopped committing suicide because they found life again, on the other side of that door is an abundance of opportunity for you. An abundance of opportunity. It's a better way of living. You're going to have your bad days. And I'll be quite open with you. I'm going through a period of bad, I don't know what you want to call it, a bad process. Just where I'm questioning everything I'm doing. But do you know what? I've got the tools and the mindset to bring me back. No one is immune to this. Every coach that you watch on social media, if they tell you that they're living the perfect life, they're full of shit. Even the Tony Robbins, I guarantee that he will go through it because he has the same brain as everyone else, but he has the conditioning, the tools, the mindset to flick the switch to bring it back. Just like I do, just like other people do. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to condition ourselves to flick the switch, bring it back, understand ourselves better, and self-master ourselves. So that when we break through, fucking hell, life on the other side of that door is like, how did I ever used to handle life like that? And that's something a lot of people always say is when they face hardship. When, like, if I was the old version of me, would not have been able to handle that. But the new version of me, man, it's handling it like a boss. Get it? Get me? You get it? Right, guys, that's it. Sorry, I got carried away with that. I do get passionate about this stuff because I just want you to win. Like, I just want you to win. That's my career. So let's all raise our game, whatever it is. And in comments, what I want you to do, is I want you to tell me the one thing that you've taken away from this as part of your process. What's the little one gold nugget that you've taken away, okay, that you're going to implement into your journey, into your process, something that maybe you've picked up on and you're going to thrive in, okay? Episode 2 or part 2 of the High Performance Guide is out today at 12 o'clock. If you don't know where to look for that, on my page that you're watching right now, scroll up and you'll see the links. You'll see a picture of me and then you'll see a picture of the High Performance Guide. Just go and click that link. There's tons of good videos in there for you. See you Friday, 5:30.